Brazilian Wrestling is a film. It's based on a really famous music in Brazil. It's like if it was a Bob Dylan song, but from Brazilian songwriter. So like Bob Dylan used to do songs like Hurricane that tells a story about a boxer. We have this songwriter that wrote this story about João do Santo Cristo, what happens to be our main character on the film, and it tells his saga from the moment he was almost a kid, he was born, until the day he dies, and the way he did it, looking for his right to have a non-personhood. So he comes from the Brazilian outback, really poor place of Brazil. He moved to Brasilia, and then he starts selling drugs, but also he falls in love with a girl, and she's the daughter of a senator, so there's a big gap, social class gap between them. He's also really black and she's white, so there's also a film that it talks a bit about difference, about how do you deal with differences, and it's a good moment, I think, for Brazil to have a film like this, and also in Europe that you're dealing so much with immigration, people are coming from different countries, different colors, hairs, heads, ways to think about life, and how you can get in contact with it. So it's a violent film, it's not for all the audience, but I think it's people should see it. I like it. To tell you the truth, what inspired me to make the movie was the love that I have about this song. I loved this song from the first moment I listened to it when I was a kid. I was 14 years old, and I listened to it on the radio, and I thought at that moment that I would be a director someday, and I would like to make this music, to make a film about the music. Also, what I really like is that even if it's about, as I just told you what you see on the screen, like, oh, he's poor, she's rich, and etc., but mostly it's a love story. It's a deep love story, the way we did the film. So it's much more about the love story of these two characters, and also what makes it so impossible, like they have two really different backgrounds, but it was the desire to make the feelings that I felt when I listened to the music at the first time, and when I always listen to this music. I would like to turn it into a film. More than do the music video of the music, I was trying to put my feelings about the music on the screen. Well, I didn't know that I would be working in these movies when I was a child. And I even didn't know that it would be possible to be a film director when I was a child, because all I was used to watch were just American films on television and etc. But then it happened that I watched some that's called Os Trapalhões. That's something like The Clowns. That's a comedy group, and they used it to do films in Brazil. Like the first film I saw in Portuguese, I watched it was a Brazilian film that was just a comedy, and I thought, no, you know, there are Brazilian people doing films. And later on, I watched a lot of Brazilian films like Bye Bye Brazil, which happens to be another really good film on television, and I thought, no, and that's possible when I was older, like 13, 14, and I thought it's possible to be a good film director in Brazil, because this guy did a really good film. And then I started to think about it. And when I listened to that music, I thought, and I want to make this film if I can be a director. So from when I was a teenager, I decided that I would like to be a director, and it happened. You know, like we worked really, really hard to make this film and to become a director. So it happened, and I'm really glad that it happened. I think everything is important in a film, and if you are a director, you have to take care about everything. How the cinematographer is going to frame it, well, how it's going to light it, and how it's going to, their direction, and to cast, and also the story, you develop the script. So everything is really important. But what I would say, that's some things that are really essential to make a film, is to have a vision about the project, and you have to be able to find the people to share this vision and to work together. So to have a good group and to choose the right persons to work with you, I think is one of the most challenging things in making a film. And after that, making them understand your point of view about the film, and making everyone work together to do the same film. and also to listen to people. Because everyone is involved in the project and you're not the owner of the truth. You know, like, oh, that's all about me. No, that's a really good group working together. So we have to have the ability to listen to everyone and to use it as much as it can be part of the same film we are doing together. So we did something like 400 tests with Brazilian actors, and at the end we just chose Fabrício Boliveira, who is a great actor, a really good Brazilian actor, and also Isis Valverde. She tested a lot. She's really well known in Brazil. Like, she used to do soap opera, so she used on the magazine covers in Brazil, for example. But at first we didn't want someone famous to make this role, but she asked us, may I do the film? And we tested her, and she did really well. She fought for the film as if it was her first work in her life. And so we have this good group with these two actors, also Sergio Pena, who's a coach, and he helped me to prepare the two leading roles, and also Felipe Habib, who's the other guy, who's the bad guy on the story. And we didn't really rehearse, but we prepared for 3 months before we shoot. We started this script 7 years ago with Paulo Lins, and he was the writer of the book Seed of God. And then we had many other also good writers that were working on the project, and we finished it with Marcus Bernstein and Vitor Alterino. And Marcus Bernstein, he wrote Central Station. That's a really well-known film in Brazil, and also he won Berlin. So we have these two guys, the one who started the project and the one who really wrote the film you see on the screen. And in between them we had a lot of other good people working on the project. So it changed a lot and many times until we were really happy with the film, with the script. And then we shot it in a different way than the one you could read the film in the script. So it was a different moment when we really discovered the film. And after that we edited it in a different way. It was a different thought editing than to shooting, and then the way we were thinking about the film when we were writing it. So I rediscovered the film many times during the process. So if I have to tell someone, you have to see just one film in your life and it's about Brazil, I would say go and see Seed of God, because it has many good things and it represents a lot for me and also for Brazil. So try not to be unfair with the other ones that I really love. I think that it would be a good choice if you are looking for a Brazilian film at the moment.